Hi, this is Roni and welcome to my channel. And today it's Mixed Media Frenzy. That's where we all use the same sketch. Well, in this case it's a layout, but it don't have a picture on it. But we all come up with something different because of course we all have different supplies, ideas, and pictures. And that picture there, I printed it in color first, but that yellow just did not go with the paper I ended up picking out. And this is a die cuts with a view um, kit. It's probably at least 10 years old, I would say, close to there. I know I've had it a long time, and I've still got plenty. They put a lot in there. It's like 4 sheets of each paper, and then there's some die cuts that are for like titles, and then I had a sticker sheet too, I believe. But that right there, what I'm using to put the picture on right now, well, in a second, that's a cut apart, and there was four, so there's 6 by 6. And I must have cut them apart with scissors because you will see me pulling out my trimmer and trimming them because they're kind of on the crooked side. I didn't cut them really well. I am going to layer my picture with all these papers, well, different ones. And there is one in the sketch that looks like a different shape, like I think it's that pink layer right there, the with the sketches, well, layout is up there in the left hand corner. So I'm going to end up cutting a shaped piece out also. And instead of using flowers, I'm going to use snowflakes since she is in the snow. Her and her friend likes to go out and take walks, sightsee, go visit places, and they'll take pictures of each other. They'll do like a whole photo session. So there's several pictures from this day, and so I might be scrapping some more. But it did have snow, and this is a stream that's not too far from their house. I think about 10 miles away from her house. And they went up there and decided to take a walk, take pictures, and just have fun. She called me last night. She wanted to come over and give me hugs because she missed giving me hugs. Oh, so disappointing. She was going to bring me supper and everything. And I told her I'd already ate. And so she said she'll just bring it tomorrow or the next day since I already ate. And stand 6 foot away. And we'll stay outside on the deck. And so we can still visit. But uh, this is where I'm going to do the shaped one, and I'm just going to nestle it right in there and just have part of the shapes showing. And I'm going to go back and I'm going to cut out some more of those polka dots. Oh, here I seen that one was really way off as far as the edges went. And so I cut it, and then I used my corner chopper thingy and I chopped the corners to give it another shape so everything won't be exactly sharp corners and square. Oh, this is where I decided to go ahead and use that other polka dot. I started to cut into a 12 by 12. It has a polka dot also, but it's a lighter color, and I started to use it. I mean, I pulled it out and everything, and then I thought, well, if I cut off this other paper, I've already cut off of it, I won't be cutting into the 12 by 12. So that's what I ended up doing. I didn't want a whole lot. I just wanted to have the darker color a little bit more because I did have some of the light colors. And I did back the picture in cardstock. This is cardstock that came in the collection. It's like $19.99, I think, at my local store. And you got plenty in there. I don't remember how many pages it had, but there was plenty. And this, I forget what the name of it is, but it was something about snow. And oh, there's that doily. It was in the collection, so I must have used it on another layout. And I thought, well, I might as well just go ahead and use it. It's kind of an off-white, which the paper is anyway, so it goes pretty good with it. If you look over in that bowl, you'll see where I fussy cut quite a few of the snowflakes. There's like a whole page of them, and I sat and fussy cut quite a few out one day and had them in there. And I think I end up using every one of them on this layout. So I'll have to fussy cut some more if I plan on doing another layout. Probably while I'm watching YouTube or a movie or something. It seems to go a lot quicker when you're not itching to get started on your layout. Oh, this is a close to my heart stamp set, and I've had it a long time too, probably 7 or 8 years maybe. And they have skis on there, which they are not skiing. And it says something about winter and snow and has like some scripty lines that are too small for me to read. And wonder, that's another word on there. And I'm going to do the one with the scripty words and the wonder several times on the page because it does show scripty words on that layout in the upper left hand corner. So I'm going to use my embossing powder and do that. And those snowflakes, they're kind of like embossed. They are well, they do have a raised texture for it. So it kind of reminds me of embossing like you would here. I was thinking about using that one stamp set with the snowflakes and stamp and emboss them and then go ahead and fussy cut them out. But then I noticed this paper and I thought, well, I can do a few of them. And then I found some already done. So that was pretty good too. But yeah, I am going to do something here that I have not done in years. Like since the first time I embossed with the heat gun, I scorched my paper. I did one place and then I went on to the next place and I seen a little tiny place that wasn't, you know, it hadn't got warm enough and it didn't melt. So I went back to melt it and I guess I held it too long because it was a pretty tiny place and I scorched it. But I will be covering it up through the magic of scattering snowflakes on the layout. I will be covering it up. I'm using this Heidi Swap stencil now, and I started to use that pink, and I guess it's dried out because it was so light. I couldn't really see it. So then I get this one out. And I don't know if I didn't clean my brush good enough the last time, but it wasn't really pink until right towards the end. It had like a tinge to it, so I'm thinking I might have done a turquoise or something. I was almost making mud, but I went with it. It's going to be on the page. I didn't change it. And that isn't white cardstock in the background. It's a light blue, and it was in the collection. So I think it was the last full sheet I had in there. Maybe there was a green too, but I think it comes with like 6 maybe. I wish they still had these kits. I mean, there's been a couple of times I thought, man, I'd buy them if they still had them because I have bought a few, maybe 4 or 5. It's good sturdy cardstock and yeah, I like them. And that stencil I use with the polka dots, little tiny dots. I think it's called dots. It's Tim Holtz, and I use that Heidi Swap texture paste in silver. I started to use the pink, and I'll have to wait for it to dry. I think I'll use ink instead. So I used ink instead, but it's supposed to be textured paste, and I haven't seen anything textured about it. It's pretty thin. It dries pretty quick, really, but I didn't really want to wait for it to dry. The sequence that I put on here, it's Spiegelmom Mom Scraps, but I think it's something by the seashore. But the colors were perfect for this. They were colors I was already using because yeah, it had the pink and it had a green and it had, well, I guess it's more like mirrored sequins, and it also had white. So yeah, it was colors I was already using. So it went really good with this, even though it's supposed to be by the seashore. I am scattering the snowflakes, and then I went ahead and reached over in that bowl to see what I could find in there that I could use. And I used one that says lovely, and I used a little tag with a snowflake, and then it says, let's hit the slopes. Nope, they're not skiing, but I went ahead and used it. I thought, I have no pictures whatsoever with skiing, and I'm just going to go ahead and use it on this layout since there is snow on there. And I did put foam tape behind it so that it's up there high enough with the picture. The picture does not have foam tape. It's got so many layers underneath it that yeah, the bottom part of this would have been on one layer, and so it's kind of slanted down, and then the others was up on higher layers. So I just went ahead and put foam tape and made it more even. Um, let's see, what am I adding now? Oh, I'm adding another snowflake. I think what my problem was, they weren't all glued down. I thought they were, but they weren't. So I am gluing them down now. I did use some twine that had, it's an off-white kind of, not really a cream, just an off-white. It's not as white as embossing powder that's on here. And then it has silver threads in there. And I thought that'll look good because I've got the silver mirrored looking stuff from the sequence, and then I'll use the silver on that. And yeah, see, I noticed that snowflakes wasn't down. I wasn't very good at putting them down. I was trying to see how many I could fit on there, I think. But yeah, that's it. That's my layout. Be sure and check the other gals out. I'll leave all the links below. There's a few of them. And see what they did with the same sketch that I used. And if you leave a comment below, I'll get back with you. And if you like the video and hit a thumbs up, I'd appreciate it. And if you are not subscribed to my channel, I would love to have you subscribe. And those of you who already are, thank you so much. But I really appreciate all of you watching my video, taking your time to watch my video. And yeah, I hope you all have a happy, scrappy week too. And that you take care and stay safe. But yeah, this is my layout. And I'm not done with all the pictures. I'm trying to figure out what else to say. But yeah, oh, that's the last one. And that's my layout with my niece and her in the snow. But thanks for watching. Bye.